What's going on, YouTube? Got a pretty good match here today, and displaying some new sets that I just made. And yeah, so all three Pokemon do a pretty decent job, but this trainer definitely had some weird move sets. But anyways, I lead off with my Alomomola, and they lead off with their Poliwrath. So first turn, I just want to get a Toxic on this thing because I'm not really sure what it's gonna do. If it's gonna be bulky, I just want to wear it down. If it's gonna be a sweeper, I still want to wear it down. So now it gets off the hypnosis. So I'm asleep. Not a big deal because I know for a fact that unless this thing is special, it's not going to be doing anything to me at all. So now he's going to go for the rain dance. And this is a pretty funny turn because he just put me asleep last turn. I have hydration. You can see it right there. So his last turn was completely useless because he just woke me up. So obviously he's a swift swim Poliwrath. So he's going to go for the Hydro Pump, stab, brain boosted. Pretty powerful move. And the reason it does so much is because that is a crit. But it doesn't really matter. I do get this Citrus Berry, which is just good. So I get the Wish going on. So now I know that unless he wants to switch, it's safe to go for the Protect anyways, getting more toxic damage on him as well as getting my Wish up. So he goes for the Hydro Pump again, but the Protect of course evades that. So now I do get the Wish up, putting me all the way back up at full. He's taken a hefty amount of toxic damage now, and he's going to want to switch out. So now he goes into the most annoying thing of this whole match, which is this Rotom. And this is basically where I go for the Wish, but I do not want to take an obvious electric move. Well, it should be obvious. So I go into my Manectric to take that and get the special attack boost, but he goes for double team. What? No one uses double team on a Rotom. That's just ridiculous. So the rain stops, and already the first double team starts paying off for him, and I miss my Thunderbolt. So he goes for a second one, floating in the air, shaking around, and now it's just going to be at a pretty annoying state in the match, where he keeps going for double team, and nothing else really happens. So he goes for his third double team, and now at this point I'm just getting more and more annoyed because I keep missing. And I'm pretty sure that's basically why evasion moves are banned in a way, or just illegal, whatever. But this is not competitive, this is random Wi-Fi, and finally I am able to get a T-Bolt off on this Rotom, and I paralyzed it, so that's a win-win in my situation. Even though he keeps double teaming, at this point, I really don't care, because I can just keep trying to hit the T-Bolt. I don't really want to switch out, because I'm not sure what else he has on this set. I know for a fact, obviously, he's going to have the Hydro Pump, but he also has double team, and I'm not really sure what other move he's packing. So, of course, he goes for the Hydro Pump, Water Gem boosted. There's no way this Manectric's gonna live that. But he did pretty good, hitting the annoying Haxy Rotom and paralyzing it, so he did pretty well. And I go into my Clefable. Now, this is a Clefable set that I saw the Flaming Spade use. It basically has Cosmic Power, Soft Boiled, Charge Beam, and Stored Power, which this set's somewhat gimmicky, but if you set it up right and work through it with a late game safe switch in, it can definitely pay off in the long run. So I'm setting up these Cosmic Powers, and at this point I know no matter what move he wants to go for, it's going to do absolutely nothing. But, he just keeps hitting me with, he tries to hit me with a bunch of Thunders, keeps missing, and he finally gets off a Hydro Pump, but it does next to nothing. So I know I'm safe to keep setting up these Cosmic Powers. So now he goes for the Thunder again, and misses again, and I go for another Cosmic Power. So at this point, this thing is basically unbreakable, barring crits. So now I know that with this many defensive boosts, and him keep missing his Thunder, I am safe to go for Stored Power, which is funny because it hits the first try, and Manectric missed like 4 or 5 Thunderbolts, so yeah, that's kind of payback for using double team. So now he goes into a Swampert. I go straight for the stored power, not really sure what this thing is going to do. I knew it could possibly roar, and that's basically why I just wanted to attack. So it roars me back into my Alomomola, which is just fine. I really don't care, because I am able to go for the Toxic. And at this point, if he wants to keep shuffling things around with Roar, he's going to slowly wear himself down as well. So he goes for the Waterfall, which I find very weird. Unless he was predicting a switch to Clefable, I don't know. And the funniest part is that's a crit. That did 51 damage. That did next to nothing. So he gets his Citrus Berry after toxic damage, and I go for the Wish, because I know this thing can do absolutely nothing to Alomomola. And once again there he goes for the Roar. So he's just trying to shuffle everything around, and he knows, I'm sure by now, that he really can't do anything to Alomomola with Swampert or Poliwrath. So he shuffles me back into Clefable, and he just keeps going for the Waterfall. It doesn't really look like at all that he is that physically invested in his attack, because that did a decent amount, but I haven't started boosting up my stats at all yet, so I'm not sure about this one. So now I'm thinking, okay, he's going to keep going for Waterfall. He's not going to want to roar me out, because by now he knows that if he keeps doing that, he's not going to gain anything from it, except for the fact that he's going to get all of his health taken away and stripped away by toxic damage. So I kept setting up in his face, because I know he really can't do a single thing to Clefable or Alomomola, but I think by now he kind of goes for the somewhat suicidal Roar, because he knows that he can't do anything, so he just wants to shuffle into Alomomola, and at this point it's basically game over, because toxic damage wears down the Swampert, taking him out. So now all he has left is that Poliwrath, and it has Hydro Pump, it has Rain Dance, has Hypnosis. Not really sure what its fourth move is just yet, so I go for the Wish, hoping it's not some weird hidden power Grass or Electric or something random like that. But he goes for the Hypnosis again, and I would have really laughed if he went for the Rain Dance again here. But he's going to keep taking toxic damage just like Swampert, as Alomomola is sleeping. And right there you see his fourth move, which is Brick Break, and once again, a physically bulky Alomomola takes absolutely nothing from a Poliwrath. So, continues to get that toxic damage racking up, and I wake up second turn, go for another Wish, just to annoy this guy, because we all know it's game over at this point. And he goes for another Brick Break in vain, and it only does 42 damage. So the toxic damage almost wears him down, and at this point I'm just safe to go for the Protect, avoiding whatever move he's going to use. At this point, it's completely useless. And I get my Wish all the way back up to full. So, started the match at full, ended the match at full. And he started the match at full, ends it with 0. So that was a great match for Alomomola and Clefable. But Alomomola really got to be the star of this match. So, thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.